Hello cat people, how are you today? I am Catlady Antigoni, and with this makeup look we are reviewing the MILF Man I Love Frogs palette from Sugar Drizzle. Before I start telling you anything about the palette, I would like to tell you that today I'm a bit sick, so my voice is so. If you're new here, this is not my normal voice. Normally I have a better voice, but yeah, excuse me for today. I was so excited to try this palette, so I was like, it's fine, I'm a bit sick, but it can be workable, definitely. Anyway, back to the palette. Let me start by telling you how much I wanted to have this palette in my collection. But as you know, Sugar Drizzle is a brand based in America, so it was extremely difficult for me to put my hands on the palette. But then MILF brought it to Europe and I was able to buy it, and I'm super happy. As you can see, this palette contains only special eyeshadows like glitters, multichromes, duochromes, beautiful stuff that I always appreciate having at my makeup. The idea for today is to create something like a black base and then try all these colors, because I feel that if I try them immediately on my eye, they might be a little bit different, they might be more sheer, or I might create a makeup that is not very relatable to you and your makeup habits. So I have these type of makeups at my channel if you would like to have a look at them. Today I decided to do something more relatable, so I'm gonna start by applying primer and then I'm gonna tell you how I'm gonna move on. I primed my eyes with Urban Decay and Primer Potion, but this is not the primer that I'm gonna use for the shimmer, so that's why I don't wanna focus on this step. Now I'm taking this black pencil from Urban Decay. Oh, I'm sorry, it's not from Urban Decay, it's from Maiden. Yeah, I was thinking about the primer quite a lot. So I'm gonna create a kind of cut crease shape. But it's not gonna be a cut crease today, that's gonna be the plot twist. I would like to have a black base in order to make the shimmer show more. And I would like to make all the eyeshadows to show their difference on camera. So I don't need to be very careful. I can always come back with a wet wipe and clean if I don't like the shape. But I think that this shape is doing quite a good job here. Now I need a black eyeshadow to fill all this space, and I'm gonna take an old friend of mine, quite old I would say. This is the collaboration between NYX Professional Makeup and the Netflix show Sabrina. Amazing palette, oh my god, I was thinking which black I would like to use, and then I saw this palette and I'm like, oh my god, I miss this palette so much these days. It's not available unfortunately, but you know, you don't have to use this specific black. From the palette I'm gonna take the only black, the Salem, and I'm gonna go here to fill all this gap. Using the Sabrina palette made me feel super excited once again. Now I'm gonna take the Primer Potion from Carla and I'm gonna apply it all over the black eyeshadow in order to have the best primer. I've been reading the recommendations on the packaging, and Carla itself recommend that we need to let it dry before we apply anything on top. I didn't really know about that because I'm not very good at reading instructions, so I wasn't even doing this. I kinda had it a bit wet when I was applying the eyeshadows, and to be honest it was working perfectly. So I would like to try the recommended method to see if I'm gonna have any difference at the result. Not that I need a difference, not that I think that's a bad product, actually it's one of my favorite products. But I don't know, I feel that I would like to do it correctly. The moment that we all have been waiting for is finally here! I'm diving into the palette, well, yay! I'm super excited, like you don't know how excited I feel right now. The first eyeshadow that I'm planning to use is this one right here. It's called Hope Along, and it's a very beautiful duochrome. And it's starting by being purple and then it's going to green. I'm gonna bring the mirror here and I hope that you will be able to see it, but I don't know, like the camera is not doing justice to this amazing eyeshadow. I'm gonna take the silicone brush from NYX Professional Makeup. I'm gonna dive in and I will apply it here at the inner part of my eye. Let's see. Ooh, seems beautiful. Oh yeah, looks amazing! So far I'm very happy with this duochrome. Its formula, it's a bit softer than what I'm used to, and I personally prefer it to be this way because it's not dry at all, but it's not very oily as well. So I think that they have done something very correct with the formula. Now we are moving on to the Fly Swatter. This one right here, this is a duochrome from blue to green. So my idea is to use it as a continuation to the previous one in order to match the greens, and then move on to the next color, which is gonna be the blue, which is contained in this. Ooh, this is intense. This is very intense, and I think the green is showing up, so we will see how we will make it kind of match the previous color. So far so good. Now I see that I have more space available here, so I was thinking to end up with Fawn, but since I have this space, I'm very curious to try Tadpole. Oh my god, I don't know what Tadpole means, but anyway, with a smaller brush I'm gonna dive into this eyeshadow, which is from green to purple, but this is kind of different purple from this one. This is more red based, while this is more cool tone, more blue based purple. We will see how it's gonna look on the eye. I'm very curious to see if they will be... Ooh, wow, this is completely different in this lighting. This is kind of just purple, I don't see the green right here. Wow, that's so impressive. It's showing up amazingly, oh my god. All these multichromes and duochromes are making me so excited. I'm dying to try them. Now I'm gonna take this eyeshadow, which is called Pawn, and it has like a baby blue to pink reflect. So I'm gonna take this brush from Morphe, and I'm planning to apply it in my inner corner. Like that. Ooh, that's so amazing. That's more to the pink side, so I think it's fitting perfectly the previous eyeshadow that I have used. Ooh, that's such a great combination. What do you think so far? Do you like this makeup? I want to try as many eyeshadows as possible from this palette, so I kind of made some space at the absolute inner corner, and I'm gonna go with this eyeshadow, which is called Leap, and I will basically apply it here. Now I don't have a lot of space, and I know this, but I'm really curious and I really want to be able to have a full review for you. Okay, I think I kind of fitted this eyeshadow. Yay! It looks so pretty. It's more to the sheer side, and I enjoy it because for the inner corner I didn't want something very opaque, because I think that this would be too much and too much. No, I think this is perfect actually. The final test for these eyeshadows is to try them without the black base, with the traditional way, by just spraying them. So I'm gonna take a small brush and I'm gonna go to this eyeshadow, which is called Camouflage, and I'm gonna use it as under the eyebrow highlighter. I'm gonna spray by Cookies and Cream setting spray from Revolution. Anything will work, don't feel pressure to use this exact one. Let's see. Wow, like this is amazing. Oh my god. And I don't even have this glitter primer under my eyebrow. Wow. This palette is gorgeous. Really, I'm in love with it. Well, you know something? I just realized that I could experiment even more with the palette. I have space here under my eye, so why not playing a bit more? So I'm gonna take this eyeshadow, which is called MILF, like the name of the palette. Man, I love frogs! And I'm gonna apply it here, and if I find it way too dark, I'm gonna use the Feeling Froggy as well. And for this I'm gonna take a very small brush. This is from Beauty Bay, the 212, and I will try to use again the same technique with the spraying instead of having the glitter primer, to see if this is gonna work equally well with the Camouflage. What I'm gonna do now is to take some of my Unicorn Goo liquid lipsticks from VE Cosmetics. I have the shades Snow, this one right here, very nice and kind of more pastel-ish. This, which I haven't opened yet, it is called Ink Blot, very blue, very deep, metallic, amazing. And then I have this one, which is called Teal, and it's basically a green one. They are vegan, so they are suitable to be close to the eye area. So with these these. I don't know if I'm gonna use all of these, but it's gonna be something from this small collection. I'm gonna create an eyeliner, kinda like to circulate this shape that I have created. So that's the plan. Then I'm gonna use a face stamp for some cute little designs, and then I'm gonna turn off the camera and I will come back to give you my review about this palette. And now it's time for the Greek word of the day. Well, this palette has a cute frog on the top, and that's why I decided to tell you the Greek word for frog. So in Greek we say vatrachos. Say it with me. Va-tra-chos. Vatrachos. As always, I'm gonna ask you to try to write a comment down below using the word vatrachos, or actually tell me the word in your own native language. And now it's time to do my lips makeup. Basically, I'm quite scared today because due to my sickness, my lips are quite dry. I have moisturized them a lot today, but I feel that whatever I do, it's gonna look bad. That's why I decided to use highlighter. No, that's why I decided to use the eyeshadow palette to see how it's gonna perform on something extremely bad, like my lips right now. I know that this challenge is not very fair for the palette, so I'm not gonna judge the palette and the quality by this, but I want to experiment a little bit. So first of all, I'm planning to start by Faux Black series from NYX Professional Makeup, and the lip liner in the shade Midnight, a very deep blue, if you can see here. Then on top I'm gonna use again from VE Cosmetics the Ink Blot, this blue liquid lipstick that I used as an eyeliner, if you remember. You can see it here at my eye. And then on top I'm gonna take the palette and I'm gonna see which color is fitting more to my lips. I'm thinking to go either with MILF, Lily Pad or Feeling Froggy. One of these three. I'm not sure yet. I will see how this will dry on my lips. Well, the experiment was successful and now I'm dying about this duochrome lip. What do you think? Do you like it? Would you go out with something like that? Anyway, review time! Well, I don't know what to say about this palette. I think you pretty much know what I'm about to say. The palette is beautiful. The quality is really high. I think that I would say that these are among the best duochrome eyeshadows that I have tried in a palette form and not in a loose form. Loose form, I think it's a whole different story. I'm not gonna compare with this, it's not fair. I think that they are soft, but they are not extremely oily to the degree that they are creasing. Like, I'm wearing this makeup for quite a lot of hours and I see no creases at all. And you see here at the camera, it's perfect. And remember, I have hooded eyes and extremely oily eyelids, so if this is not a success, then what? Yes, I know that this palette might be a companion palette for a lot of you. For me it's not. I can do full looks just by using this palette. Of course, this is not one of those. I wanted to do something more relatable to you. My camera just died, and before I replaced the battery, I decided why not adding some little stars here to make everything more beautiful. It turned out quite an adventure because I found out that my star stamp is completely dry, so I had to reactivate it with another eyeliner and stuff like that. Anyway, back to the review now. After I finished with all this, I was telling you about the color story, and I feel that the color story is very well thought because we can create the gradients. Like, we can go from this duochrome like I did. This is from kinda like golden, it has some purple, it has some green, even some blue at specific lightnings, then go there, and create a very beautiful and logical transition by blending the one multichrome into the other. I don't know what else to say. I love the palette. It worked even on my super destroyed lips, and this is not a challenge, then I don't know what it is. I would recommend you to try this brand, this palette, 100% if you're looking for good multichromes or duochromes. And in general, I'm very happy, and I will definitely invest more on the brand because it's a quite new brand for me. And that was it. This was our video for today. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I appreciate you a lot. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to follow me on Instagram and TikTok, everywhere. My name is Catlady Antigoni, and I will be very happy to see you there. Well, see you next time with a more chatty video, and until then, bye bye!